When you hear AI in medicine, it's easy to picture some kind of sci-fi movie, right? But here's the thing. That future, it's not coming. It's already here. Right now, AI is totally changing the game in patient care, in drug discovery, and even how we understand our own bodies. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, let me ask you something. What if an AI could look at a few simple data points from your life and see a disease coming years before you ever feel a single symptom? I mean, really think about that. This isn't just some hypothetical question. It's the core promise of what AI is doing in healthcare right now.
All right, first up, let's talk about early detection. Think of AI as this incredible lookout, perched high up, spotting the tiniest, faintest signals of a problem on the horizon. We're talking about signs that a human doctor, no matter how good they are, might just miss.
All right, check this out. 80%. Just let that number hang there for a second. On its own, it doesn't mean much, right? But when you realize this number is about a child's future, well, it becomes a massive deal. So what on earth is this measuring?
Get this. That's the accuracy of a new AI, Automate AI, at spotting autism in toddlers. Toddlers. This is a complete game changer. I mean, everyone knows that with autism, the earlier you can start with interventions, the better the outcome. This could literally change the entire trajectory of a child's life.
And here's the craziest part. It's not doing this with some complex, invasive, scary test. Nope. Automate AI is looking at really simple stuff. Things like a baby's first smile or their first words. It's sifting through data from over 30,000 kids and finding these hidden patterns, these signals that have been right in front of us the whole time.
And this incredible predictive power? It's not just for developmental conditions. Not at all. We're seeing it applied across the board in human health, even for things that threaten one of the senses we rely on most, our vision. Which leads me to another number that's, well, it's just stunning. Over 98%. Seriously. In predictive medicine, hitting that kind of accuracy it's almost unheard of. It's just wild. So what is this? This is the accuracy of AI models predicting how glaucoma will progress. They just look at existing medical records, the stuff you've already done, like vision tests and scans, and from that, they can basically forecast the future of the disease. This gives doctors a chance to jump in and save someone's eyesight before it's gone for good.
Okay, so predicting stuff is amazing, for sure. But that's really only half the battle. AI is also giving us a way clearer picture of our health right now, and that's opening the door to some truly personalized ways to manage it.
We've all heard of this one, right? For, decades, the go-to for checking metabolic health has been BMI, the body mass index. Yeah, it's simple, everyone uses it, but let's be honest, it can be super misleading. It barely tells you anything about what's actually going on with your health.
Well now, get ready for the upgrade. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic have come up with something way more advanced. Forget that simple height-to-weight ratio. They are using AI to analyze incredibly detailed 3D scans of the body.
And this just perfectly shows you the difference, right? BMI, it's 2 data points. That's it. This new AI model, it crunches over 600,000 data points from just one scan. Then it layers on your demographics, your blood work, the whole shebang to build this super detailed risk profile. It's literally the difference between a stick figure drawing and a 4K photo. But this quest for a clearer picture isn't just about the outside. It's taking us deep inside the body too, right to the heart of the matter, you could say, to our cardiovascular system.
And this isn't science fiction, this is happening as we speak. The FDA just approved a new tool from a company called Nanox.ai. What it does is amazing. It looks at routine CT scans, scans people are getting for totally different reasons, and it spots signs of heart disease. It automatically figures out a person's calcium score, which is a huge warning sign that a doctor might have completely missed otherwise.
But what if we could go even deeper? What if we could push past the symptoms, beyond the scans, and go right down to the source code, the operating system of life itself? Because that's where we find what might just be AI's most incredible breakthrough yet.
Okay, think of it like this. Our DNA, it's a language, right? An unbelievably complex one with a 4-letter alphabet that spells out a story 3 billion letters long. And for a while now, we've been able to read the letters. But understanding the grammar, the syntax, the poetry of it all, that's been the challenge. Well, for the first time ever, it looks like we finally have a translator.
And that translator has a name, Grover. It's a powerful deep learning model, and it was built for one job and one job only, to crack the code of the human genome. We're not just talking about spotting genes anymore. We're talking about understanding the rules, the structure, the context, how it all fits together.
So here's probably the easiest way to wrap your head around it. You know how models like GPT-3 completely changed our ability to understand and create human language? Well, Grover is basically trying to do the exact same thing, but for the language of our DNA. It's learning the fundamental principles of how our genetic blueprint is written. And that right there is the key. Because it understands the grammar, Grover can see how all the different parts of our DNA talk to each other. It can pinpoint the sections that turn genes on and off with way more accuracy than we've ever had. This just blows the doors wide open for genetic research and truly personalized medicine.
So, we've gone from spotting diseases early all the way down to decoding our DNA. That's incredible. But how does this stuff actually get out of the lab and into our real lives? Well, that final piece of the puzzle, it's all about putting it to work. Okay, look at this number. $30 million. That is a huge vote of confidence, especially because that's just the seed funding for one single AI healthcare startup.
And get this, that seed money, it came with a valuation of almost $200 million. And that was before the company had even launched its product. That just shows you how much potential investors see in using AI to tackle one of our biggest health challenges.
The company is called Slingshot AI, and they are taking aim at the mental health crisis. They're backed by some of the biggest names in venture capital, and their app, called Ash, is essentially a personalized AI counselor. It's the perfect example of taking all this advanced AI and putting it into a service you can literally hold in your hand to help with a massive and growing need.
Wow. So, we've gone on quite a journey, right? From AI that can predict autism in a toddler, to tech that can prevent blindness, all the way to systems that are literally decoding the language of life itself. So the big question we're left with isn't really about the tech anymore. It's about us. As AI starts to hand us this incredibly detailed roadmap of our own future health, how is knowing what might be coming down the road going to change how we live our lives? Right here, today.